Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. It's your girl GH King. So welcome back to the Modern Day Young Christian series. So for today, I'm actually going to be looking at we are going to be looking at some of the red flags in relationships. Okay, so if I look down, I'm looking on my laptop. Okay, so the first thing that I wrote down is that not seeking God's face before entering into a relationship. Okay, and this is important. Okay, this is very important. When you before you actually say yes to someone, before you agree to date, to court, to be in a relationship with someone, to marry someone, you need to see God's face first. Okay, for God to approve of that relationship. And I think I even gave an example in one of my videos. I don't know if I actually like deleted that video, where like someone actually came to me telling me how he likes me and whatnot, and this is someone that I have already prayed about. Okay, to know what God says about this person, because I noticed before this person actually came to me, I noticed this person has been, it's like studying me, like observing me, like staring at me, looking at me in a way that, like I'm a young woman. So if a young man looks at me in a certain way, obviously I can tell this person probably likes me, but the person don't know how to approach, so I took the bold step to actually pray about this person, and God gave me an answer like, nope, he ain't the person for you. Okay, so yeah, if I did not do that and I entered into a serious relationship with this person, it wouldn't have ended well. Okay, so what am I telling you all? When you even notice someone is looking at you in a way that shows he or she likes you, you don't have to like the person. Okay, you can pray to God about the person, ask God questions about the person, and if the person is the right person for you, God will let you know. If the person is not, God will let you know. Okay, so it's good to actually communicate with God before you actually accept or decide as a man, before you even decide to tell a woman you like her. Okay, because that way God will actually give you an answer. If the person is the right person, or if it's someone that God knows you can have a future with, God will say yes, and then you can go ahead. If it's not the right person for you, God will let you know. It will save you from heartache. Okay, it will save you from getting heartbroken. It will save the other person too from getting heartbroken. Okay, the second thing that I wrote down is no communication. Okay, you need to communicate if you are in a relationship. Okay, you need to communicate. Communication is very, very important. Okay, I have no communication here, so it's a red flag. If you are in a relationship with someone and you're not communicating with the person, don't think that relationship will go far. Okay, do not think it will go far, because it will not go far. Because if you're not communicating with the person in a way, mistrust will come into it, and a whole lot of other baggages will come into it. If you don't communicate, the person will know how you are feeling, and the person will think everything is cool, when to you it's not cool. You need to communicate with your spouse. Okay, and the next thing I wrote is sex before marriage. Sex before marriage is something that is bad. You're not supposed to do that, because the word of God says we should not fornicate. So fornication is bad. It's a bad foundation for a relationship. Okay, so don't do that. And also, like, when you do fornicate, you will notice that you will not realize the kind of person you actually courting or dating. Okay, you will not get to know the person you are courting, because all your mind will be tuned to like the good qualities of that person. You will not even notice that the person have a lot of baggages. You will not notice the person has a lot of red flags. So I actually am a pro for no sex. Okay, no sex before marriage, because that way you actually get to know the person the person for who they are. Okay, the next thing I wrote down is not knowing your purpose. Like I always say, you need to know who you are before you want to join yourself to somebody else, because I feel like you don't just enter into a relationship because you want to. I believe you enter into a relationship hoping it will end in marriage, you know, or knowing that should even be our goal as Christians. You should enter into a relationship knowing that it will end in marriage, because you already consulted God before we actually entered into that relationship, and therefore we must have already known ourselves. Because like I always say, marriage is not for children, okay? It's not for boys and girls. Marriage is an institution where God has established, where we are supposed to be fulfilling destinies, okay? God is going to connect you with someone that will be beneficial to your destiny, someone that will help you fulfill your destiny, to fulfill that purpose. It's not because you love someone that's the reason why God will join you together. It's about destiny fulfillment. So you need to know who you are, so that the person, so that you'll be connected with the right person, basically. The next thing I wrote is total dependence on your spouse. You cannot be totally dependent on your spouse. In relationship, at some point you need to be independent, okay? That is what adds spice to the relationship. When you are totally dependent on someone, it will get to a point where you will become very annoying to that person. Also, it will get to a point where the person might abuse you. It might get to a point where the person will not even value or respect you, because the person will think without him or her, you and nobody. Okay, or without him or her, you cannot make it on earth. You understand where I'm coming from? So yeah. And also, the next thing I have is not compromising. A lot of people enter relationships not wanting to compromise. It's not gonna work. A lot of people enter into a relationship with a selfish mindset, wanting the other person to solely do as they say. It's not gonna work like that. Okay, you need to communicate, you need to compromise, you need to come to a meet at certain times, even most of the times. You guys need to agree, and that means you losing sometimes, that means the person losing sometimes, but at the end of the day, the decision that you guys make is beneficial for the two of you. Last thing I have is disrespect. Okay, disrespect is something that is bad. It is bad. Whether you are the man disrespecting the woman disrespecting the man, you shouldn't disrespect your spouse. Your spouse is someone that you're supposed to be proud of, you're supposed to respect, because the person is half of you, it's a part of you. Disrespecting that person basically is like disrespecting yourself, because if you are with someone and you disrespect the person, it means you yourself, you are not respectful. That's why you're with that person. You understand where I'm coming from? The next thing I have is cheating. Cheating is something that I hate, okay? Do not be with someone who cheats. Do not be the one that cheats, okay? Do not do that. The next thing I have is abuse. Do not enter into a relationship, and even if you didn't know this person was abusive and you entered into the relationship, once you know the person's abusive and the person doesn't want help, you need to exit, because abuse comes in different forms, whether verbally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, religiously. Okay, so once you are abused, you need to exit that relationship, because it's going to have a hold on your mental health. It's going to have a hold on your mental health. And most people that are being abused in their relationship, they end up having low self-worth, low self-esteem. You don't want that. You are a creature of God. God said He made you. You are perfectly, wonderfully, fearfully made. Okay, so you don't want all this negativity around you. That's why I like the first comment that I said, you need to see God's face, because God is not going to tell you to go ahead and court a man or a woman that is abusive. He won't do that to you. The next thing I have is bad character. If you have a bad character, you need to fix it before you enter into a relationship. Do not enter into a relationship with your bad character, because that bad character can make or break your relationship. Okay, the next thing I have is infatuations. A lot of people enter into a relationship infatuated about the person, not even wanting to love the person, because I'm the type of person that I believe that love is not something that can fade away. It's only infatuations that fade away, because genuine love does not and will not and cannot fade away. So people that be like, oh, I fell out of love, it means they themselves did not want to love you. It means they chose not to love you. Because you know why? Love is not just about feeling. Love is an action word. It's something that you do. It's not something that you feel. You know, you can choose to feel however you want to feel, but if you genuinely love someone, as the word of God says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, you will know love is not a feeling. You will know by reading that scripture. Love is an action word. It's something that you do. It's a service that you do. Like Jesus Christ demonstrated. The word of God just even said it. You see, Jesus Christ demonstrated his own love towards us. How? By dying on the cross of Calvary. That shows us that love is not just a verb. I mean, love is an action word. Okay, it's not just a feeling. It's not an emotion. It's an action word. So do not go into a relationship with infatuations. You need to learn how to love the right way. You need to learn how to love, because love is not just about feelings. Okay, so another thing that I also want to say, when you enter a relationship on with a bad foundation, meaning like the person you was with somebody, they haven't broken up, they were probably engaged, the person was probably like married, and the person lied to you, you know, and then that he or she wasn't in any relationship, and you two agreed to be in a relationship with that person, and you find out that the person is not even divorced, or you know, from the person, or the person have not broken up with the person. You need to set yourself aside for and let that person that came to you make a decision whether he or she wants to go back to the person they were with or not. Okay, because he or she needs to break up whatever relationship he or she has with that person before you guys can continue what you have, because that is a bad foundation. And even if I were you, I would not even continue with that person, because such a person you cannot trust. You understand where I'm coming from? Such a person you cannot trust. Somebody that was with someone that did not break up with the person and is with you. What makes you think your own case is different? Did you pray about this person? Did God told you to go ahead and be with such a person? And also all these people that you know that someone is already with somebody, but you try to break them up because you want that person, that is also evil. That is very evil in the eyes of God. You don't do that. Okay? So these are all red flags in relationship. Things that people usually, I guess, don't really see in relationship, but they are all like, or see, I guess, they are all like red flags in relationship. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, by the way. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all, and as always, God loves you more. And I hope I see you in my next video. Bye.